eyelets with a Grommet machine in just 5 easy steps. Let's make it. The first step is to strengthen where you are going to put your eyelets. You could use a combination of boning, interfacing, especially when you're using light fabrics. What you want to make sure is that your fabric is going to handle the tension that you'll be putting on those eyelets, especially when you're corseting. For this dress I was making, I simply used boning, 2 boning channels at the back, then I left space at the middle right here where I was going to put in my eyelets. Step 2 is to make sure you have your items, which is what you are going to use to make your holes, the eyelets you are using, and the grommet you are going to use as well. Step 3 is to line out or map out where you are going to be making your holes. I used 1-inch interval for my eyelets placement. Step 4 is to make your holes. Now I decided to go with my soldering iron because satin frays a lot. However, if you're using any fabric that doesn't fray a lot, you can as well use your scissors, which is very fine. And I also found that my eyelets made the perfect hole size for me to pass in my eyelet, which was small. The final step, which is to make your eyelets, is very simple. You first place your eyelet ring from the front side of your fabric, that is the right side where everybody is going to see. That's where you want to place in your eyelets from. You shimmy it around, make sure it fits snugly, and then you position it where you are going to apply pressure. Let me just zoom you in a bit. Now when you take the flat ring, note that there is a convex side and there is a concave part, and it's that concave part that you want to place right on top, and the convex, the one that goes inside, is where you will place down facing the fabric. I'm just showing you this again, and you might get to some point where the eyelet ring does not fit into the hole. So what I did here, as you can see, I'm struggling a bit. So what I did was just use my PSR, or I don't know what this thing is called, and then I just snipped a bit, just a very tiny little bit. I forced it through and then it fits snugly. You want to make sure your hole fits snugly and not really loose around the end. You can also test a piece of fabric to just see how your eyelets are going to come through, to be able to determine how wide you want to make your hole. I'm showing you again the convex and the concave side. Now the place that is more smoother and round facing up, that's where I placed on the wrong side, and I pressed down my machine. Repeat that a couple of times and you have yourself the eyelets lace back corset. This technique can be used for any type of design, whether it's corset, whether it's fashion design, in leather. It is very, very versatile, and it is very easy to make